Hey everybody, welcome to Monday mat class. Hope you guys had a good weekend. We'll go ahead and get started with lying down on your back. Head lying down, lie down nice and flat. Eyes can be opened or closed. Just allowing your body to kind of come into their space. Take a big inhale through your nose. And then open mouth exhale. Let it all go. Do that again. Take a big inhale through the nose. Let the belly rise, let the lungs fill, and exhale. Let the belly sink. Good. One more. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. Great. So bend your knees and bring your feet right below the knees, hip width distance apart. Okay, today we're gonna bring your arms up over your shoulders, so palms right over your shoulders. We're gonna take an inhale, rock your pelvis back, slowly squeeze your glutes and lift your tailbone off the floor. Good. Press strong into the 3 points of your foot, big toe, center of the heel, side of the foot. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly melt the breastbone. Let the arms track over your body, over your head, and let the tailbone slowly come on down, noticing how it's lengthening your spine. And then just go to your range of motion with your arms, tailbone touches. Take a big inhale. Exhale, rock your pelvis back, simultaneously bringing your arms slowly over your head. Then they kind of track right over your shoulders. Stand strong into your your feet. Good. Pushing the big toe down, center of your heel down. We'll do that again. Take an inhale. Reset, so shoulder blades are down. Engage your core. Slowly lower down. Exactly at the same time, bringing your arms over your head. Taking your time. Good. Tailbone touches, arms kind of come over. They just rest. We'll do that again. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly start to curl up. And just noticing the range of motion in your shoulder. As your shoulders and your pelvis start to come up, try to keep the shoulders down into the ground. Notice if they're kind of like protracting or retracting. We want to have a little bit of retraction in the shoulders. Okay, standing strong into the feet. You're just going to bring your right knee up to tabletop. Hold there. And squeeze your left glute. Bring your right leg down. Place it down. Bring your left knee up. Engage the core. Squeeze your right glute. And lower down. We'll do that again. Right leg comes up. Hold. And left leg, right leg goes down, left leg comes up. Again, hold. One more each side. Right leg up, hold. Right leg comes down. Good. Left leg comes up, hold. Good. Left leg comes down. Slowly bring your spine down toward the mat. Arms come down. Then just let that go. You can windshield wiper the knees. Just move the knees to the right. Move the knees to the left. Giving the lower spine some movement. You can bring the knees into your chest. Again, rocking to the left, right. Rocking to the left. Okay, we're gonna go back into bridging. Same concept, but we're gonna add a little bit to our bridging. Just need to scoot down just a little bit. Getting all the way on the mat, so feet, knees, hip width distance apart. You can externally rotate the feet out just a little bit if you would like. Okay, we're gonna you can press your elbows down, bend the elbows, elbows come down. Okay, we're gonna inhale, exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up for 1, 2, lower the hips down, hover, 1, 2, exhale, lift, 1, 2, lower down, hover, 1, 2. If you want a little bit more, rock onto your heel, lift your toes up. Good. Know how that adds a little bit more load. And we'll go up for 1, down for 1, up for 1, down for 1. Squeeze your glutes at the top and then relax and then hold it, hover it at the bottom. Notice that the glutes aren't touching the bottom. Okay, so we want to keep that constant tension, working the lower body, okay, engaging the glutes, engaging the hamstrings. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze 5, relax down 2, 3, keep going, 2, and 1, hold it up for 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Really nice. So activating the lower body, we're gonna go ahead and get into our abdomen series. So abdomen series, we're gonna do something a little bit different today, but building off of what we've been working on as far as our abdominal 5. So just to kind of start off with warming up the rectus abdominis muscles, basically your six-pack muscles. Just gonna engage the core, bend your right knee up to tabletop. Good. Then bend your left knee up to tabletop. Okay, arms are gonna come up. Take an inhale. If you can, curl your shoulders up off of the mat, looking at the kind of at the top of the knees. Okay, you're gonna reach your left leg out, reach your right arm out over your head. Bend the knee in, and then we'll switch. Right leg low, right leg strong. Okay, left arm out. Come on in, and exhale. Yep, and so this one you can go pretty fast, but we want to make sure we're slowing it down and we're holding it as the limbs go away from our body. The farther they go, the lower they go, the more abdominal engagement is happening. 2. Good. Last 1. And lower down, head comes down. You can shake it off. If you ever do want to do those and keeping your head and your shoulders down, more than welcome to, just knowing that that doesn't always have as much load in the abdominal wall. Okay, we're gonna do another set. So arms come up. Okay, always engaging the core one leg at a time. Left leg up, right leg up. We started on the left side the other time. So now we're gonna start on the right. Curl the shoulders up, looking at the top of the knees. Right leg low, left arm long. Bring it on in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen. Good. Exhale, pull it in. Keep the leg nice and long. Keep the elbow nice and long. 4. Good. 3. 2. Good. Last 1. Bring the knees in. Relax the head down. Feet touch the ground. Again, you can do lower body movement. Windshield wiper the knees. Bring the knees into your chest. Just releasing some of the pressure on the lower back. Okay, we're gonna add to this one. So these are what we call butterflies. I'm gonna show you a few options to do some modifications if you would like. Okay, so I'll do a single leg here. So single leg, left leg will stay down. You're gonna bring your arms up. They kind of come up to the side. You take an inhale, exhale, lift up, hold, and then lower it on down. Okay, so that's one modification. The other one is the exact same thing from our abdominal 5. So that's double leg stretch. So arms come over. Okay, exhale, pull the knees in like a little ball. Arms come up, arms come over. So the full expression of the butterfly, I'll show it here. Okay, so the arms are gonna go long, legs are gonna go long, arms come up. Take an inhale, exhale, come on up, pull the knees in, and then lower down. So exhale, pull, and then lower down. Good. Exhale, lift. Good. Try to keep the feet off of the floor. Okay, so pick the modification or pick the option that you want to try. I'm gonna go into it. We got eight rounds of it, or 8 times of it, and 8 count set. We'll set it up in 3. Good. Arms up, 2, and 1. So curl on up, and just know that I'm not gonna do the single leg. So if you're doing the single leg, okay, when you're at 4, switch legs. So I'm coming up to my 4th one. So if you're doing single leg, okay, switch. 4. Good. 3. Good. 2. Good. Last one. And rest. Rest here. Just let that go. Bend your right knee. Bring your right knee over your left. Bring your hip over. Good. Extend your right arm out. Just getting the lower spine twist. Good. Eyes look over your arm. And just take a big inhale. And then exhale. You have the range. You can extend the leg. Flex the toes back. Or the knee stays bent. Bend your right knee in. Slowly bring your right hip down. Right foot takes the floor. We'll do the other side here. Bend the left knee up. Okay, extend the right leg. Take an inhale. Bring your right hand to your left knee. And then just bring it over the side of your body, center line of your body. Look over at your left hand. Take a big inhale. And then exhale. Find the twist. If you have the range, extend the left leg out. Flex the left toes back. Just notice how that opens up the pectoral muscle connected to the shoulder. Good. Bend the left knee in, and then slowly bring your left hip down, left knee on the floor. Okay. Go ahead, you can roll yourself up, so placing your hands on your knees, little rock forward, tuck your chin. Inhale as you roll, exhale as you lift, and come up to a seated position. Okay, so we're gonna just turn onto our side, getting into our sideline work. So sideline work, you always have the options to kind of play around with where you want your head. You can have your head lying down, just like a little pillow. You can have the elbow bent, okay? This is the one that I'm gonna choose. Have your forearm on. Okay, you're gonna bring your knees together. Top hip is gonna be forward. Externally rotate your feet out. Heels will stay together. You're just gonna lift up the top leg, hold, lower it down, okay? And just notice that the knees don't touch. So you wanna make sure that the knees don't touch. You hover, lift up, hold, lower, hover. If you ever feel like your top hip is kind of like sinking back, make sure you keep that top hip forward. Let that be the priority. 6, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees stay together. Now you're gonna lift the heels. So the heels will lift, the heels will stay together, the knees stay down. Open the knees, and we'll close the knees. So now it's just at a different angle. So it's angling, it's targeting a different part of your glute, a little bit deeper into your gluteus medius. 4, 3, 2, good, last one. Okay, this is where it's gonna get a little tricky. So now we're gonna do what we call open and closes. So the knees touch, and then you open up the knee, and then now the heel touches. So now we're working articulation on the hip joint. Okay, mobility. Okay, also strength, coordination. It's Monday, so we gotta get the mind nice moving. Good, so keep tap, and then tap. So then it's close, it's open. Good, again, keep the top hip forward. 3, 2, good, last one. Good, heels come down, hips come down. Shake it out a little bit, give it a little rub. Sometimes that really wakes it up. Okay, and we're just gonna go to the other side. So again, whatever position you put your head in, you know, you might wanna try the same thing on this side or switch it up. I'm gonna keep it the same, having my forearm down, okay? And then another just thing to be aware of is that your heels are together, but then your toes are rotated out. Sometimes if we just keep it here, it's not as much. And then you have to kind of play with the angle of your knees. So you might need to bring your knees in a little bit closer. You might need to bring your heels in a little bit closer, especially if you're like, oh, I'm not feeling much. Also, if you're not feeling much, you might need to slow down. So just as a tip, all right, here we go. We're gonna lift up, hold, and then lower, hover. It's a hold, and then it's a hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Now, knees stay down, we lift the heels. So the heels come, stay together, knees open, knees close. And notice if your rib cage is kind of sinking, try to push away from the floor with the bottom arm. Good. So you want to get a nice long spine. Okay. Yes, you're in a little bit of lateral flexion. Yeah, but we want to keep a nice long spine. Okay, so chin forward, looking forward versus looking down. Nothing exciting is happening down there, I promise. 3, 2, good. Last one. We're gonna stay up there. Now this is that brain tease, the other side. So heels touch, keep the knee touches. Open and close. And open and close. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Last one, bring the knees down, bring the feet down, give that side a rub. Okay, we're gonna turn onto all fours position. So shoulders right over your elbow, elbow right over your wrist, spread the fingers out nice and wide. Okay, so the knees are underneath the hips, so you have a nice even spine. Okay, we're just gonna do a few protractions and retractions with our shoulders, so kind of like what we call scapular glides. So we're gonna drop the shoulders, bring the shoulders together, retract, and then push your shoulder blades apart, protract. Let it sink, retract, and then really push away, protract them. Okay, and notice, okay, as you're doing this, is the back moving with it? Yep, so try to keep the pelvis, try to keep the spine nice and long, and just do it with your shoulders. Protract, good, and retract. Okay. Last round, retract, good, protract, and then just kind of come to that neutral space. Okay, and then now we're gonna go to the spine. So now we'll just drop the chest, lift the tailbone, chest up, eyes looking up, and now exhale, push away from the floor, curl your spine, look up at your shirt, look for your pant line. Good, exhale strong, bring the belly button in, even pressing the top of the feet, shins into the floor. And then slowly lift your chin, good, lift your chest, lift the tailbone up, arching the back, looking up. Good, just get like a little bit of movement in the spine. Exhale, round. Nice curl, like pick up the rib cage. How short could you make the rib cage and the hip bones? The distance between them, shortening them. And then as we lift the chin up and the chest up, now we're lengthening the distance between your rib cage and your pelvis, shortening the distance on the back side of the body. Okay, last round. Exhale, curl in. Yep, think about shortening, bring the belly button to the rib cage. Good, all the way to the spine, round in, shoulder blades away from your ears. And then slowly just lift the chin. Okay, and just come into your neutral spine. So again, the back isn't arching, back isn't flexing, it's just natural curvature of the spine. We're gonna just engage the core. Okay. Bring your curl your toes underneath your feet, curl your toes under. Okay, we're gonna come into our bear hold. Take an inhale. Good, engage the core. Pick your knees up off of your mat and hover. So just hover. Yeah. Shoulder blades are away from each other. Breathe. Hold. And rest. Bring the knees down. Okay, you can push yourself back. Child's pose if you would like. Reach the arms out. Letting the hips just sink. Taking a big inhale and exhale, just letting it all go. Okay, we're gonna do that again, okay? And just as a, just as a modification, you can always do it on your forearms. Your hips are gonna be a little bit higher, but if your wrists are tender, you can always hover your knees when you're on your forearms. I'm gonna do it from a high plank. Okay, so again, stacking the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists. Take an inhale. Good. Hover the knees. Hold. Okay, now bring your right leg out. Bring your left leg out. High plank. Take an inhale. Exhale. We're going to go for a push-up. Down. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale. Push away from the floor. And push up. Bend your right knee in. Bend your left knee in. And rest. Good. So again, push back if you would like. Extend the arms out nice and long. Okay, we're gonna do 4 of those. Okay, I'm just gonna show you from your forearms. You're on your forearms. Okay, you're in your bear hold. Right leg, left leg. Okay, you can just hold the forearm plank, or you can go to your knees, bring yourself up. Okay, do that push up. Okay, we're gonna do 4. I feel like I got 2 in so far. No, we'll start it together. All right, high plank. We'll get back into our all fours position. Okay, and also if you have weights too, you can always hold them by the handles. So just to give you a few options as you work through your week, as you do this other times of the day. Take an inhale, hover the knees. Okay, left leg is gonna go out for me, right leg, I'm gonna go down with our push-up. Inhale, exhale, push up. Left leg in, right knee in, rest, take a little break, shake it out. 3 more. Okay, high plank, all fours. Okay. Curl the toes under, bear hold. Here we go, I'm gonna do right, then left. Inhale down, exhale up. Bend the right knee, left knee, hold. I'm gonna go right into the last 2. You do what you need. Okay, last one. Notice I'm inhaling down. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, push away from the floor. Left leg in, right leg in, and rest. Push yourself back, child's pose. Really extend the arms, sink the hips. Let the rest. Great. Okay, as you're ready, we'll stand on up for just working the legs in a little bit of a different plane. So just making sure that your surface is nice and even. Okay, we're gonna open up the legs nice and wide. Toes will kind of come out. You can place your hands on your, in the center of your chest. Arms can come up. We'll take an inhale. We'll bend the knees and come on up. So just nice wide stance. Okay. And come up. Try to keep your spine straight versus hinging forward. Good. So if you notice if you're hinging a lot, just don't go down as low. So just like you're coming down a wall. Yep, your spine is against the wall, your pelvis is right over your torso, torso is right over your head. Keep going. 4, 3, 2. Good. Last one. Hold it down. We'll pulse a little. Up a little, down a little. Up a little, down a little. Yep. Hold it. Keep it going for 4, 3. We're going to hold it here. 2, 1. Hold it here. Arms come out to the side. Yep. Arms come out to the side. Good. Legs stay the same. You're going to reach your right hand to your right heel and tap. Good. Chest is forward. Come up to the center. Left heel, left hand. Come to the center and you reach for it. You don't feel like you have to touch it all the way. Okay, so now we're just getting some side bending. Still in that squat position. Good, stay with it here. 2 more each side. Yep, stop in the center too, so make sure you slow it down. Yep, so in Pilates we do really good jobs with flow, not as much with hold. Last one coming up. And stand all the way up. Arms come down, shake the legs out. Okay, we're gonna do something similar with it, but legs will still stay out wide. Externally rotate the feet. Okay, your hands I'm gonna do kind of like a goalpost, but you can always have your hands behind your head if you would like. Okay, I'm gonna do something like squat. So it's squat like we plie. Okay, and then you're gonna bring your right knee up to your right elbow. Bring the right foot down, squat, left knee, left elbow. And then squat, good, come down, right knee, right elbow. And then again, you wanna hold it. So it's okay if you have need a little momentum, but try to hold it at the top for like a half a second, okay? And then you come on down. And then sometimes you lose your balance. And you just go do your best. Keep it down, squat, right knee, right heel, then squat, left knee, left heel. 2 more each side. Squat, and here, good. And squat, elbow, last one, squat, elbow. Awesome. Good, catch your breath, shake it out. Okay, so that worked a lot of the quads. So now we're gonna work a little bit of the back. We're gonna work the hamstrings and the glutes. Hands can be on the hips. Left leg will be forward. Right leg will come back. Okay. Gonna take an inhale. And just bend the knees, both knees. Just getting into our 90-90 lunge, and then lift up tall. Good, and just notice again, if you're kind of hinged forward, try to keep it nice and stacked. Just like a long spine, like you're kind of being pulled up by your hair. Good, extend the legs. 3, crown of your head is reaching toward the ceiling. 2, last 1. Good, step your right foot back, left leg will come back. 90-90, and if you're having a little bit of a hard time kind of keeping that balance, you can always step that back foot out a little bit so you have a little bit of a wider stance. That will change the different angle of the lunge, but better to kind of be safe versus trying to keep that 90-90. Yep, because this is a really good functional movement. Good mobility. 4, nice and tall. Lower down, hover. 3, good, really stand strong into the feet. 2, last 1. Nice, step the foot back. We're gonna make our ways back down to the mat. Okay, so just warming up the legs. We're gonna come down to our mat. Good, so I would stay in a seated position if that is comfortable for you. You can always do kind of like mermaid. And so mermaid, just I'm gonna bend the right knee so the shin is out, left shin is forward. Okay, you bring your arms out to the side. You can bring your right hand down, lift your left arm up. So just know that the right knee is bent, and you can just track your arm over. Take a breath in and out. Good, left hand will come down. Just switch the legs out. So if you're doing that mermaid position, switch the legs out. If you just have crisscrossed, you just go to the other side. Arms come out, left hand down, right arm comes up, and it lengthens and it reaches, and you breathe. Right arm comes back, right arm comes down. All right, great job. Thank you all so much for coming. I will see you guys back here next Monday. Enjoy your day. Thank you.
I'm Sarah, and this is cardio dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer.
My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're gonna do